Hey everyone, it's Matt. What are my thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto? That's the topic, so let's get right into it. So my first question would be, if you're thinking about buying Bitcoin or any type of crypto, I would really like to know, what is your time horizon? As in, is this going to be a short-term play? Are you just going to use it to maybe buy a little bit now and sell it in a week for a short-term profit? Or are you looking something a little bit longer term, maybe a few weeks, a few months, or maybe even a year or longer? First, I would want to know that. Second, I would want to know, why are you buying crypto? As in, are you buying it once again as a short-term trading vehicle, or are you buying it as a hedge against the United States dollar? Side note, 22% of the United States dollars that are floating around in the world today were printed in 2020. Yeah, that's massive, isn't it? 22% of the United States dollars that are floating around out in the world were printed in 2020. What does that tell you about the United States dollar? Yep, you got that right. They are printing it into oblivion. That's right. The United States dollar is toast. Kiss that thing goodbye. It's not going to be around much longer. Give it a few years, probably at most. Realistically, at the rate that they are printing money right now, it's probably not going to last much longer, which brings us back to the conversation. What about Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin, you can't print it, right? There's only going to be, in the history of Bitcoin, 21 million Bitcoin ever. That's it. You don't have the Federal Reserve printing more Bitcoin. It's impossible. You can only have 21 million Bitcoin. So again, are you investing in Bitcoin or other crypto as a way that you can hedge against a failure of the United States dollar? Well, that's one way to do it. But we also want to remember, Bitcoin and other crypto, first of all, has no tangible value, right? It's nothing. You're literally buying essentially air, right? It's literally nothing. You're just buying blockchain, or not even blockchain. I mean, you're buying like basically nothing. I mean, seriously, nothing. You're buying the speculation and basically other people's beliefs that it's going to be, that this invisible thing is going to be worth something more at some point in the future, right? So another thing we need to remember when investing in Bitcoin or any type of crypto is that we don't have very much regulation right now in the United States. What happens one day we wake up and all of a sudden the regulators come in and say, hey, guess what? We're going to regulate the crap out of this thing, and now all of a sudden everybody's scared and they start dumping all of their crypto. What happens then? Well, guess what happens? Price dumps because nobody wants it anymore. Not only that, another thing you just got to remember too, there are a lot of scams out there when it comes to crypto. You got to be careful what you're buying. That's why I'm specifically referring to like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, all of these really big ones that probably are a little bit more trusted than some of those no-names coins out there, like the altcoins that many of people are buying because they're 50 cents or they're 6 cents. You know what I mean? So either way. So what would I say about buying Bitcoin going forward? Well, I'll have to be honest with you. I've bought plenty of Bitcoin in my life. I've also bought a lot of Litecoin. I've also bought some Ripple. We've done pretty well on some of it, right? But you also have to remember, this stuff is incredibly volatile. I would say, in my opinion, of course, not giving you financial advice or investing advice at all. In my opinion, I think you're probably good to go. You know what I mean? I mean, if you bought some now, or if you bought some at some point, realistically, it's probably going to go higher over the longer term, as in the next 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 12 months, simply because with all the money printing, people are losing faith in the American dollar. Therefore, they're going to things like crypto, gold, silver, other precious metals, commodities. They're going to these things that hold value because they intrinsically have value behind them. Whereas with Bitcoin and crypto, like I said earlier, they really don't have anything. They basically represent nothing, right? Just based on whatever everybody thinks it is possibly worth someday. What is the chance that this is actually going to be implemented as a secure payment method among retailers? Let's just say you go to a coffee shop and you pull out your phone and you pay with Bitcoin. Is that going to be something that is implemented at some point in the future? Well, it could be, but is that going to be widespread? Realistically, probably not. I'll make another dedicated video on this, but there's going to be something here coming to the United States at some point. We don't know when, but many other countries around the world are already doing this, and it's called CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency. And guess what? That is most likely going to be the demise of many cryptocurrencies because there's going to be tons of regulation on all these other cryptos when CBDC comes to the United States because the central bank wants to be the only digital currency out there. So what they're going to do is they're going to impose massive regulation on all these other cryptos so that the central bank can say, hey, guess what? We're the only crypto here in the United States, guys. And then they're going to control everything when the US dollar ultimately implodes, which it absolutely will at some point. So the moral of the story is, yeah, right now, crypto is probably a great place to put some money as far as a hedge against the dollar, a great way to capitalize on some short-term volatility as spikes come in and drive these things higher with people losing their confidence in the American dollar. And it's just a great place to have a little money right now. I would definitely not put all of your money there, by no means at all. And again, I just want to say, I am not giving you advice in any way. Please do your own research and due diligence. There's a lot you need to know at the same time, but as a short-term trading vehicle or a short-term place where you can park some money and come back in 2, 3, 4, 6 months and make a nice little profit, yeah, it's definitely a nice vehicle for right now. As soon as the regulators come in, though, be cautious because these things could hit the floor real quick when everybody realizes, oh crap, we got a lot of regulation coming out and we don't want to be holding these things anymore. And all of a sudden, everybody dumps simultaneously. So you just got to keep an eye on that. But either way, hope that keeps you posted. By the way, some people might be wondering, what about that silver play button you got behind you? Dude, you're a fraud. That's not even real. You must have bought it on eBay. No, actually I didn't. I have another channel here on YouTube and I have, as of this recording, about 180,000 subs over on that channel. So it is real. It's actually my play button from my other channel, even though this channel has virtually very little subscribers as of right now. So anyway, hope this helps you out. Yeah, Bitcoin, crypto, I love it for now, but I'm scared of the day that the government decides to step in and get their dirty fingers in everything like they do everything else, right? They have to have their fingers in everything. All right, anyway, have a nice day. Thanks so much, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.